Alright guys, you're looking to stay cool this summer. All you need is one of these and some of these. Let's go. Alright, so we just filled up the ML63. Wanted to make sure I remember the process fully, but now I got it down. I've done this many times on our ML55 and on the E420, so those two are left. Let's go fill them up. Make sure those things are cold for summertime. Alright. Okay, first things first, you got to locate your high and low pressure spots. So typically the higher pressure side is going to be towards the front of the car, and then your low pressure side is going to be somewhere in this vicinity, typically on Mercedes. So our high pressure line is right here. You want to unscrew these caps. Holy crap, that's tight. I must have been working out last time I put this on. Okay, so get this off and come on in close. Okay, we need to, there's little Schrader valves in each one of these, and what works best typically, and don't tell the government I said this, but and it's not what we're gonna do, guys, but you need to press on this Schrader valve to release any leftover pressure. If your system is just a little bit low, you can probably just fill it up until things start getting cold inside. But otherwise, it's good to release some of this pressure if you know you have a slow leak, because what happens, like in the case of this car, is it slowly leaks over time. It's been like 3 years since I filled it up, and it'll basically just be like empty pressure inside, not really Freon anymore. So I need to escape all that pressure so that the Freon I'm putting in actually goes to use, and I don't know, makes the system happy. So this car, if I remember correctly, I'll have to look up. Most of them take around like 28 to 32 ounces. So I'll look up again what this car takes, and then I'll report back. Yep. All right, so this is special effects right now. This is not real. This is just, I'm gonna show you an example in video editing, what you're gonna need to do. You might wanna stand back a little bit. Oh. Okay, we're good. All pressure is already gone. So, just in case, you might get a little puff of animated gases, but in this case, we're good. So I just looked it up. It's 29 ounces. These cans are 12 ounces each, so around 24 should be good enough. If you want to get real particular, you can do exactly 29 ounces. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna start the car up, and then I'll show you guys the process. All right, and then one other thing that you're gonna find on some cars, not all, but cool cars that were built really well, like the W124, there's actually a sight glass that you can see if there's a fluid level in there. Hard to see on camera right now, but I can tell it's empty. So we're gonna fill it up, and once it's full, we should be able to see in there the Freon through the looking glass. And if you're just stumbling on my video randomly, this is a 6-speed swap that we did. Only those around, I think. Let's leave that on. Okay, you're gonna want to crank up the AC all the way. Full blast. Let the window down so we can feel it while the door's closed. Alright, and then we're gonna hook this up first. Holy crap, man, what was I doing? Okay. We're gonna hook this up after, sorry, we put this on. So on these little cans, there's basically a puncture. So you want to have this all the way out first, so it's not going to puncture the can right when you twist it on. Twist this on so it's tight. Then we're going to hook it up. Okay, it's on there secure. Nothing's happening yet, but as soon as I puncture this can, it's already punctured. You're gonna feel the can starting to get cold as soon as you puncture it. And then from there, you can just kind of play around with where is a happy spot for it. Start shaking it up, and you basically just twist it from upside down, right side up, and every once in a while shake it. And you can watch the gauges. I've found the gauges on these are not really accurate, so just go by the ounces you're putting in. And basically when you feel the can get light and not cold anymore, that typically means it's empty. So check inside if it's getting cold at all. And yes, definitely starting to get cold. On some cars, like you guys will see in the ML55 in a second, the AC compressor won't turn on until it gets to a certain fill amount. So that car, it doesn't get cold until it reaches that level, and then it will start working. This car starts working immediately. Oh, and cool visual. You can see the looking glass is now getting filled. So before it was all clear, now it's all foggy with the Freon. I can see it's starting to get a little less cold right now, so that means the can is probably getting close to empty. Okay guys, so that one is pretty much empty. We'll go ahead and put one more can in here, then we'll be good. It's already cold inside right now, but we'll just fill it up to the right amount. Alright guys, can number 2 is done. Car is ice cold inside. Don't forget to replace your cap, obviously, on both sides. There we go. Next car. Also, one thing I'll mention right now, you can buy a 134A with stop leak or without it. These ones don't have it on. I prefer the ones that don't have it, to be honest. It's just easier if you have a slow leak. It's gonna leak out anyways, even with the stop leak stuff, and that way you don't risk anything getting clogged with a stop leak, whatever material they use. I have used both. It hasn't caused any issues, so just pointing that out. Alright guys, so last up is ML55. This one probably has the worst leak out of all of them. I typically have to refill it every summer, every other summer. So let's go ahead and pop the hood on this one. I didn't mention, I don't think, but with the ML63, we just replaced the AC compressor on it, so that's not leaking. It just needed to get refilled after that was replaced. Like I said, the E420, I think it's been about 3 years since I had to refill it. This thing, every summer, every other summer, typically. So, on the M113s, you're gonna find a high port again, somewhere in the front over there. And then your fill port on here is actually going to be on the left side of the engine bay, right back here near the catch can install that I've done. So just released the pressure from the high side. It wasn't very much in it at all. And now we're going for the low side. The last one up, I know this car takes 2 cans, so we'll do that. I believe it's around 30 ounces, 32 ounces, but 2 cans will do it. That's what I always fill it up with. So same process, here we go. Oh. Daddy tightened it up too tight, dude. What was I eating at that time, dude? Holy crap. Oh my god. Alright, note to self, don't ever tighten the caps. Other note to self, check your power steering, bro. Alright. Fire this bad boy up. Just gonna close this before I forget. Okay, AC. Full blast. On there. Go ahead and puncture our can. Just heard it kick on right now. So this car, like I said, is the only one that needs a certain amount of pressure before it will even start getting cold inside of the car. The compressor will turn on at a certain point if it has Freon in it, but it has to be at a certain pound for it to actually work. Alright guys, that one's all filled up. Go ahead and replace the cap. Alright, done. You just saved yourself a whole lot of money. Alright guys, so in the end we used up 6 cans of AC. Typically, if your state sells AC cans, they're gonna be from anywhere from like $3 to $10. We had 10 of them, so I think it was on 120 total. So if I would have spent the money at a shop to have all these refilled, it would have been probably close to $800. So this just bought me a whole lifetime supply for this car. Hopefully it has no leaks. A whole 3 years worth for the E420, and at least another year or two for the ML55 for a tenth of the cost, pretty much. So yeah, save yourself some money, buy yourself a kit. I will link everything down below if you guys want to buy one of these, and hopefully you have a state. It should be, because I think Washington's the only one that doesn't sell this anymore. But go pick up some cans at Walmart, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, anywhere that you can find these, and you'll be good. So hopefully that helps you guys stay cool this summer. Thanks for watching. Peace.